Hey everyone, Merrick's here, bringing you another video. This is Champs on a Budget, the builds for you, Cowboy Bob. So you can see, here's the problem. He's got this second moment coming, and this first moment, if you're on a budget, you don't have this first moment for sure. You could get this second one. So I thought before, though, the second one got leveled, I would do this budget build so you could see. So the big factors on this one is the gem defense, 50% gem defense, and the gems do 100% more damage. So to counteract that, on the strap, I have the dog ear gremlin plate, also gem damage for his best build on a budget, in my opinion. Gem damage isn't really a big deal. So I'm going to show this as if the dog ear gremlin plate is on, which adds 100% after the sub, but I'm going to remove it. So this is what you would hit like after the sub without the moment. So you don't need to worry about it. That's why I'm doing this before the other moment gets leveled, because this is exactly how hard you'll hit without the moment. Okay, now that the housekeeping's out of the way, strap is your typical 20%er, fury ones, generic move damage. Move set for this one is this 2/6 MPs, so you can start charged right away. The Bulldog Stun, deal 242k damage, skip the opponent's turn for 1 turn. Running Crossbody, 222k damage, choose 3 gems to make into 2-turn Juggernaut gem. Increase your blue MP by 3 on every countdown, and make 15 botches into red at the end of it. This lets you recycle. And then the Sleeper Hold Submission, this is a really nasty sub. It generates 30 random sub gems and does 552k damage for 6 turns, remaining turn into botch gems. The entourage for this one is Sting and Bulldog. This way you start loaded without needing like a Santa Hogan, so you're always loaded in feud. You don't need perks. And it adds 45% more red gem damage. And then we're able to buff the sub with Roman here. Blue subs do 50% more damage and add 1 more turn. That gives us a 7 million sub at silver, nearly. And then Shelton for 20% more subs. Now, if you have Logan, just to show you how much difference Logan would make for you, I'm not going to play it with Logan because I know he's more rare. But it goes up to 8 turns at 1.1 million. That gets you almost 9 million on your sub, as opposed to like 4.9 million. Or I'm sorry, whatever. Words are hard. 7.9 million. So Logan was really nice there. Anyway, long story short, this is a move set that if you don't have a lot of really strong people, this set for Cowboy Bob can carry you through a lot. Nothing special on the setup. You don't even need, in fact, I would recommend not even using the dog ear gremlin for this build because most of your botch gems get eaten. I'm actually going to go against Gold Sammy, so you can see that Bob can punch up against a gold. So you just start off with the stun, drop your Juggy gems. We do happen to have a 5 match there. I'm not going to take it because you won't have a 5 match very often. Against somebody like Sammy, just always get rid of anyone with their particular color. If there's a black match, always take that first. Here, we don't really care. They're stunned. Now, this fills up your sub, so your sub's ready to go. So you just hit your sub. 7 turns of sub-a-dub-dub. Well, your opponent is like, oh man, this blows. And then you make them red. You can see we actually had a decent amount of botch gems left and got a big cascade. It hit for 3.3 million. That is really inconsequential compared to the sub. So yeah. Also, if it goes off when you're pinned, you don't recycle, but the good news is you're stunning them. So generally you can keep the pin bar moving. In a case like this where we move the pin bar and I really don't want to get pinned, I'm going to take this row break every time, even over his black gems. So we can continue to move the pin bar farther. He's stunned. Now, here it gets interesting with the 5 match. We could take it. We're going to pin him though, so I'm just going to hit my sub. If we lose some botch gems, I really don't care. In fact, sometimes it's better not to have very many, because if you're really lucky, you don't even move the pin bar to a pin and you can just cycle right away. You see what I mean by, like, your gem damage is inconsequential. You lose so many botches with this that it really doesn't matter. And this is not fast, right? So I don't recommend using this for like every single time you can. This is more like if you need to win an important match sort of thing. This can easily do it for you. If you're using him like every time in feud, your line mate is going to go crazy. So keep that in mind. Don't fall back to this like all the time, but it is extremely useful, if not fast. Because we're taking a gold on no problem, right? In fact, you probably don't even need to take him silver or gold to get the most out of him. You could just do this as easily at bronze. It's very control. Silver and gold just give you more health. A little bit bigger pins, but it's like 1,000,000 there, so who really cares? I mean, like, that's not the damage. The damage is the sub. And this is just the gameplay loop. I'm obviously not going to run this a second time. Because this is a lot of turns for you to see just potentially everything that could go wrong, because it takes a lot of turns to drain a gold, right? That's why I wouldn't recommend using it consistently in a competitive mode. But if you have a roster where you just simply cannot beat people, this will get it so you can beat people, right? And that's more what this series is about. Is using the tools you have to get wins. See, like here, is great. We didn't move the pin bar too much. So we can just go right back into our setup, you know? And I mean, like, if the game is going to give you, sunshine and rainbows like that, I mean, you can take that every time if you want. It doesn't really matter. We're subbing the next time anyway. But what you can do, if you happen to be able to reload it again, is just hit the stun. So coming out of the sub, they don't get a turn either. And then we can just do back-to-back subs this way. He only generates 30 gems, so we should be fine with not covering our stuff up. That's the only thing to be careful of. If you didn't know, as long as there's 30 open gem slots, your sub won't overwrite your special gems. If there was 29, it has the chance to overwrite every one of them. So I hope that makes sense. We had like 5 to spare. I mean, it's probably going to pin anyway, but it's going to fill our blue MP up and pin. So it's kind of like redundant, but it is what it is, you know? Actually didn't fill the blue MP up there, but that's fine. It would have on this one, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, Cowboy Bob got it done against the gold at silver, and the sub barely goes up at gold, barely goes up at silver from bronze. That's why you could basically do the same thing at bronze. But I do think that could be very useful for you. If you're watching this and you're like, man, Merrick's, I'm curious what he can do with this moment with a turn 1 build and some stuff. I'm going to record that video right after this before I get the second moment, because the Ali moment is much more rare. So I'll kind of do a video where I show you guys with him turn 1 options with like a nearing end plate, or the carrying cross plate as I call it, and the KO plate with 1 moment and then with 2. Because with the second moment that's on the prize wall, he's and the Ali moment, he starts with 100% base gem defense and 200% gem boost, so it's kind of interesting. Anyway, that's not really part of this. I kind of got sidetracked. Sorry about that, budget players. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'm really liking doing this series, actually. It's kind of getting me thinking in a different mode when I'm trying to do them or come up with things for them. And I do feel like this could be useful for a lot of rosters. And it's not a hard setup to run. So let me know what you think in the comments. Please continue to comment on these videos. They're easily not my best viewed videos at this point anyway, but I do feel like they're important. So keep letting me know you're watching them, right? So yeah, I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys, and good luck out there. Yeah, Cowboy Bob, punching up. Punching up. Yeehaw. What was that?